y'all, it's Amberly here, the Bombshell Baker, and I'm going to show you how to make a no-fail pie crust today. Now, this is something I struggled with forever. Every pie crust recipe I tried, I would make up pie crust recipes. I could never get the right recipe. It wouldn't be flaky, the taste would be off, it would be crumbly, I don't know. I'm going to be honest, my pie crusts are not pretty. Okay, they are, I faked my way around that, and I'll show you one day when we make a pie. But I'm going to tell you, this pie crust recipe, you cannot mess up. It tastes phenomenal. It's so flaky and good. So I'm going to show you how to make that, because coming up is the holidays, so we're going to have lots of pies to make, and I want you to try my recipes out using this no-fail pie crust recipe. So we're going to start out with 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I gotta roll up my sleeves for this job because it's going to get a little messy. Okay, so we've got 3 cups all-purpose flour. I'm going to sift this through just a little bit. Okay, there we go. So for the no-fail pie crust, we're going to use Crisco. So we're going to use 1.5 cups of Crisco. This recipe is so nice because I'm going to tell you what makes it super flaky is, even if I was going to bake a pie with it today, I always stick it in the freezer for like 20 minutes. Because this pie crust is freezable, I'm going to get a jump start on the holiday. So I'm going to make up some extra pie crust and have them ready. So that way when it's time to make my holiday pies, like Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, I don't have to go through all this. I say I'm going to do that every year, and I never do, and then I always make it last minute. It takes me so long. A little bit more. We're going to do 1.5 cups. Okay, so now you're just going to take a pastry cutter and you're just going to cut that Crisco into the flour, about 3 or 4 minutes worth. You want to make it coarse crumbs. Now, if you don't have a pastry cutter, let me show you how I've done it my whole life. I just picked this up the other day. It was like $1.88 at Walmart. I was like, oh, I'm going to grab one of those. I've always wanted a pastry cutter. I don't know. I mean, maybe it makes it easier, but I like little gadgets. But I always used like a fork or like 2 knives, so you can just take and, it's noisier this way, but you can just cut in the Crisco with into the flour with knives if you want. I just didn't want y'all to think that the pastry cutter is something that's necessary, or, you know, some $50 item at Sur La Table or somewhere fancy. It's just basic. I must be out of shape from my pastry cutter. I'm going to go back to that because my arms are getting tired. This is perfect consistency. Just crumbs. Okay, now we're going to beat an egg in a separate bowl. You're going to find that I'm adding a few ingredients that aren't typical of a pie crust, but they work. So we're going to beat 1 egg and put that right in the bowl. Now this is normal. I just have a bowl of ice water here because you do want really cold water. We're going to do 5 tablespoons. Add a little extra. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vinegar, white distilled vinegar, or we're gonna pour it all over the counter, whichever. Okay. It's gonna smell like I was dyeing Easter eggs in here. So I'm just gonna stir this together until all the ingredients are incorporated. Okay, so now that we have that incorporated, I'm just gonna split this in half and form a ball. Okay, and we're gonna just stick this into a Ziploc bag, a freezer safe Ziploc bag. Okay, so form the other half into a ball. So we're gonna leave the Ziploc bag unzipped, and we're gonna actually roll the pie crust that's in the ball. We're gonna roll it into a disc. So we're gonna flatten it out a little bit. You don't wanna roll it all the way out into a pie crust yet. That's not necessary. We'll finish rolling it out once we pull it from the freezer and we're ready to make our pie. We can roll it out then, but this will help it to defrost quickly and it'll lay nice and flat in your freezer. So you see you get a little disc there. All right. Make sure all the air's out. Close these up. Okay, we're gonna throw these in the freezer and they'll be ready to use whenever you want to make a pie. We've got lots of holidays coming up and lots of pie recipes around the corner. So let's throw these in. I hope y'all enjoyed learning to make a no-fail pie crust today. I sure enjoyed teaching y'all, and if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bombshell Baker, and we'll see you next week, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. You can edit all this out, right? I should already open this. I should have my Wheaties for breakfast. Let me in. Whew. 1 more cup.